Good day, everyone. The topic is pretest post-test analysis. Learning objective. After reading this information sheet, you must be able to explain the advantage of using a pretest, post-test, and testing knowledge. Determine the statistical tools used to analyze pretest, post-test score. So, pretest, post-test. Pretest is a preliminary test administered to determine a student and baseline knowledge or preparedness for an educational experience, course, or qualification. Pretest is a test given to trainers after completion of the course or qualification and used to conjunction with a pretest to measure their achievement and the effectiveness of the training program. So, pretest and post-test are sequential assessment used to observe change in a student knowledge or skills. If a student scores higher on the post-test compared to the pretest, it is indicate learning progress and the success of the teaching method. Here an advantage used for method for measuring the cut value added got by the program of study. Design of documenting learning is a weak approach because positive change cannot necessarily be to contribute to the effectiveness of a program. Pretest serves several purposes given knowledge of the current status of a group, provide guidance for future activities as well as a base on comparison for a post-test result. Administering a test of entry behavior can determine whether assume have been achieved. So, disadvantage show that the use of pretest and post-test design is more comprehensive way of assessing the impact of the program compared to an after-only design where there is no baseline measuring before the program start. Statistical analysis. The statistical tool which is most appropriate to analyze data on pretest and post-test should be prepared t-test. T-test and inference test is different if there is significant difference between the means of two sets. T-test for per sample use this set to compare two small set of quantitative data when data in each sample set and rate in a special way. So, sa per t-test, ang bawat pares ng data ay binubuo ng isang pretest na marka at isang post-test na marka mula sa parehong tao observation. So, pagsusuri ay tuklasin kung may statistically significant na pagkakaiba sa mga average ng pretest at post-test scores. Statistical software are now really available. We should be using the computer to compute for p-value which should be based on your analysis. Since majority of the trainers are using microscope offers application, we should be using the microscope Excel analysis toolpack and analyze your data. First, click the microscope office button, then click Excel option, click adds in and then the manage box, select Excel add-ins and go. Next, in the adds in available box, select the analysis toolbox, click box and then click OK. So, the statistical table, the analysis table of the pretest and post-test using per t-test will look like the table below. T-test per 2 sample for means the average for post-test is equal to 60.37 and 53.74 for pretest. The t-statistic is equal to 4.24 and t-critical value equal to 0.55. Since t-statistic is rather than t-critical value, we reject the null hypothesis. Here an example. Microscope Excel provide statistical tools to do this. Using Excel to analyze data, first type your data in Excel. To perform per t-test, select data. First, click on the icon data analysis. The dialog box on analysis tools will appear. Ito po. Next, click T-test paired to sample for means, then click OK. Third, click on the red arrow beside the blank areas for variable 1 range. Select the range of score for post-test, then click on the arrow again. Next, click on the red arrow beside the blank areas for variables 2 range. Select the range for pretest score, then click on the red arrow to go back to the dialog box. Next, on the blank areas for what does this means? Different type O ay 0. Select the output range or the range where the table will appear. And lastly, click OK. Ito po yun. That's all. Thank you po.